What's going on, my crazy comrades? This is Berto here, and it's been a while since I've seen you, and I want to explain everything. Obviously, new setting. I don't know if anyone's been paying attention, but new setting, new setup, new everything. Here I am. Last thing you guys have seen on the channel, I've uploaded a couple of videos, a couple unboxings, and various videos here and there. But last thing I was doing was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and the reason that stopped is because, unfortunately, my hard drive died again and it had all the recordings that I had for up to well the end of the game, and I have still a few parts left I could upload, but I'm just debating on whether I upload those and maybe just for prosperity's sake, and then maybe continue the playthrough on from there at another point in time. I'm not sure exactly how I want to handle that, but for right now, it's probably on hiatus. I might upload the rest of it just to get it uploaded and out of inventory or out of my video files or whatever. As far as so that's what's going on with Rebirth. I've lost the rest of the footage, unfortunately, and unless I can either A, get it back, or I have no other option than to just upload the rest of the playthrough that I have and call it from there. Don't worry, that means that I can get back to and continue games in this series and the remakes proper, maybe finishing OGFF7 first, then continuing a remake, then finally finishing with Rebirth, and maybe by the time I get through that, hopefully it doesn't take me 3 years to do that, but hopefully by the time I get through that, um, it'll be well, more than plenty of time to get to whatever the third game is. But that's an entirely different story. So, and that'll give us plenty of time to go through remake and rebirth on hard, not only New Game Plus but hard mode as well, which is going to be a ton of fun and something I actually really want to do. That's what I want to do once. I want to do both of them consecutively, hard mode to hard mode, because it's basically taking everything with you, like for how the journey should actually feel like it's supposed to be continuing. You know what I'm saying? That should be a lot of fun once we get to that, but time will tell when we get to that. Don't worry, I want to get back to the game soon. They're some of my absolute favorites, and I actually have somebody who I need to take, two people, in fact, who I need to take on that journey with me. Um, one of which I will tell you about here in a second. The other you already know. Well, you might know if you follow any of my content, but it you'll see when we get there. But could be on separate playthroughs or videos. We will never know. Um, but a batch of videos that will be coming is some Mario Kart videos that I've done with my girlfriend these past couple months or so. That has been a lot of fun. We're still in the middle of the DLC courses, which we got access to because it turns out only one person in the lobby needs access to it. I have access to it because I'm part of a family plan with the expansion pass, so we have access to it, and they have been a lot of fun. We're rating them as we go, and we are toe to toe, race for race, cart for cart, bike for bike. She wins, I win. She wins, I win. There's no dominating force on either side. Don't think too much about that. Um, but it's a lot of fun, and so I'm not sure when those videos will be coming. They're really easy to throw together and edit. I purposely recorded them to be so. It was more so of like test footage as well to because something else to note is I've upgraded because my hard drive failure that cost me the loss of FF7 as well as like a handful of other things. I decided to say screw it, and I upgraded my laptop that I'm using to record this, and the new one that I got last year, to a new SSD that's 2 terabytes, and so I should have no problem with keeping as much footage as I need on here, so I don't have to rely so heavily on dumping something onto dumping videos onto an external device and go pulling videos off of that, editing from there, et cetera, et cetera. Plus, it kind of incentivizes me a little bit to keep that more so as just a complete video storage device and not so much of a just keep dumping recordings onto it while you're working on the playthrough because it's a little bit it's not it's a little bit difficult for me to continuously play the game, edit, upload, play the game, edit, upload instead of just play the game, play the game, play the game, play the game, finish the game, and then upload after that. Depending on the game, it's easier, harder to do one thing over the other, but that's just because I obviously want to get back and play the game so much. Usually. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I sleep a lot. I really do. I also work night shifts, so there's that. But anyways, entirely different story. So that's the story of what's going on with the FF7 playthrough, as well as the video. I should still have the recordings of Resident Evil 2, which I think I may finish just Claire's side. But I'm still not sure how I want to handle that, and I still have playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy that took a couple of years to record with Navy Blue Gamer and that's been on the docket forever. I just need to edit that again. And I was supposed to edit that during a vacation trip that I took, but I didn't get any editing done during that. And what I did would have gotten done would have been lost in the hard drive crash anyway. So there's that. But as far as all that content is concerned, I just have to see where I'm at. And I just have to re-record whatever I need to re-record, and continue on from there. That'll be a touch and go. I'll get to it when I get to it kind of thing. Um, I don't I'll try and not scrap as little as I possibly can. I don't want anything to end up too much on the cutting room floor unless absolutely necessary, but also try and put out as best quality as I possibly can. Which is part of my issue with the Resident Evil 2 playthrough is that it was not recorded in the best quality. It was recorded in the best quality I could muster at the time, and it's just not it's not great. So I'm tempted to even re-record that completely because that was even before I had it on PC. And so I want to go back to that and put the rest of that up here, but I just don't exactly know how I want to do that yet because I think there's still merit in the playthrough that I did. So if anyone's watching this, just let me know what you think I should do. If you think because obviously I can just do another playthrough anyway. But if you think watching that original playthrough would be at all interesting, let me know. So there's that. That's all the old content. Let's talk new content. As of recording this, we are days away from that guy's game, Sonic X Shadow Generations, the re-release. So that's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm covering that explicitly. Um, and I'm covering the PC version, and I'm also doing an unboxing of the PS5 version. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to cover it night of release because I'm working that night. So I'm gonna have to cover it. I'm gonna have to cover what I can when I come home that morning, and then do what I can to get videos uploaded probably, and then I'll have that's my last night of work, so I'll go in that night, and then I'll come back, and then I'll have that my weekend to finish the game and prep for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which will be coming out. That it's early access, but I don't have the early access for that one. I only do for Generations. But I'll be playing some Black Ops 6 multiplayer with Enigma OG. Yeah. I'm gonna be playing Squadron Gadget. You guys know who he is. He's been on the channel for years. I'll be playing some COD 6 multiplayer, Black Ops 6 multiplayer with him that Friday night. And yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I should be done with Sonic X Shadow Generations by then. I should be. I'm hoping I am. I don't know if I'll be covering the Sonic Generations portion of that in that time frame. I might be. Just because I'm really excited. I haven't covered that game yet, and I'm really excited to see how much better the game looks. And how much better it feels and plays. Frame rate. Mwah, I'm looking forward to it. Um, so there's that. That's what's coming up this week. As far as what's coming up, what's coming up after that is kind of up in the air. I really don't know. What I do know is what I have planned for the next year going forward. So as a bleh, the prepping for Sonic X Shadow, and we got Black Ops 6 multiplayer, and then the rest of the year might just be that kind of catch up that I was talking about, kind of getting things straightened out on my channel and whatnot. And then next year is going to be all about. I'm going to tell you this here now. Next year is going to be all about putting the first games of every series I can think of on the channel. Obviously, if I don't put the first on, it doesn't mean that I'll never get to it, but I can only fit so much, right? But there are a lot of different games that I've talked about covering, want to cover, and just series that I want to go through. But for instances like Devil May Cry, DMC, I love DMC5. It is so much fun. One of the best combat systems. Enemy design is another question, but it's one of the best combat systems I've ever played, and I'm not the only one to echo that sentiment. But there's no way I can just play DMC5. I'd want to cover everything leading up to it, including DMC2. Uh, if you know, you know. But so in order to do that, I'd have to cover DMC1 first. I just have to. So the year is all about doing things like that. DMC1, Phoenix Wright 1, Mega Man. I'm mentioning everything Capcom, I realize. Going back to doing Resident Evil. There's something that's not Capcom. Hold on. Uh, Covering more Mortal Kombat. There you go. NetherRealm. Um, More Sonic stuff, obviously. But that's nothing new. More Mario stuff, even. Because Mario Sunshine, Mario 64 DS, the classic Mario games. Um, there. System Shock, which I have yet to do. Um, a bunch of games right now that BioShock 2, even though I've covered BioShock 1, but I need to get to BioShock 2. I could do more Doom content. Oh, we've got Doom The Dark Ages coming out sometime next year. I don't care when it comes out. We haven't seen very much of it. I don't know when it's coming out, but I have a feeling we're going to see more at the Game Awards this year. So there's that. But I'm very interested, obviously, I'm very interested to see what that brings next year. So Deus Ex is gonna be on there. I'm looking over here. Throw up Dead Space finally, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter. Um, well, let's see, what else do we got? Finally start putting Kingdom Hearts back up there. A lot of different games. Legend of Zelda, big one. I mentioned my girlfriend earlier. Big fan of Legend of Zelda, and that she really wants to see me play through Twilight Princess. Which, if you're a Legend of Zelda fan, you know that that's one of the best games in the Legend of Zelda franchise. That's keeping to the Legend of Zelda formula. That's not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. You know what I mean? So she really wants to see me play through that. I'm really excited to. I've been wanting to dip my toe in The Legend of Zelda for a good number of years now. I'll throw Kirby up on that list. Metroid 2. I know I already did AM2R, but I have the whole Metroid series to cover. Like I said, so many games, too much to cover, too little time. But you have to start somewhere, right? No matter what franchise, you have to start somewhere, and that's what next year is going to be all about, starting somewhere. And that's kind of what the channel is going to be about, just starting. right? I've reached since the beginning of this channel, I have due to technology or motivation or this or that, just so many things throughout the course of my life, accessibility. I have started and stopped producing content, and I'm hoping now is the end of that. The thing, life seems to be pretty decent right now, fairly stable, and so I feel like I can finally do decent content and let's finally establish our presence here. You know what I'm saying? So, anything else I want to say? Nope, I think I've explained everything. I'm gonna try and get more movie reviews out. I'm gonna try and do more reviews in general, unboxing videos, of course, all sorts of things. Just consistently try and upgrade myself and do what I can, really. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. Gameplay, what you can look forward to coming up, obviously. Sonic X Shadow Generations is coming soon in a couple days, like I said, and I have only done Sonic Adventure 2 for the channel. Yes, that was the beginning of Shadow's story. That was his debut, and he was such a popular character that even though he's supposed to be a one-off, he stuck around, and then we got him in Sonic Heroes and Sonic, or and his own game, Shadow the Hedgehog, which has been dubbed Grease Hedgehog by the fans. He showed up as another playable character in Sonic 06, which Project 06 made him the god he was always meant to be. Um, and now we're getting a basically an apology letter for Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic X Shadow Generations. The all the trailers are heavily advertising this, and the Takashi Iizuka has said that it's about the same length as the base game, which is crazy to me because the base game was pretty solid in itself. Yeah, the stages had infinite replayability as Sonic stages should. They finally, many people, myself included, said they finally mastered the level design and the stage design of multiple pathways with the boost formula that Unleashed and Colors were using. So it was Generations is said to be the cream of the crop when it came to the boost formula gameplay, and I 100% agree, even though it's the boost formula game I've sunk the absolute least amount of time into, not including Sonic Lost World. Um, but outside of that, I feel like Shadow really needs. This is the year of Shadow. We're getting the movie soon, and DLC stages have been confirmed for movie based stages have been confirmed for the game for getting the digital deluxe edition, which again we'll be covering because I'll have that on PC. And that's coming out December 12th, which is literally a 8 day. It is a week before the movie comes out. A week before the movie comes out, we get stages based off of it, which, oh, I'm just now thinking about this. I wonder how spoilery that could potentially be. Now I'm nervous. I didn't think about that. Oh man. Okay. We're gonna have to be careful about that as time approaches, but we'll have all the Terrio skin, the SA1 skin, the background soundtrack, Gerald's diary, and of course I'm doing an unboxing video for the PS5 version, like I said. No collector's editions. I didn't get the Way Past Cool edition, so no steelbook, which is dumb. I get you put the statue in the Way Past Cool edition, but to put the steelbook in the Way Past Cool edition, why? Why? Anyway, different story. We're stalling. Get to the point. You guys hear that? Tell them what you have planned. Anyway, so yeah, I think we need to give Shadow definitely his time in the sun, and so I'm gonna be covering. Hopefully, I don't know how much I'll be covering. Maybe I have to. We've seen the Metal Overlord fight in the. No, we've seen the Metal Overlord fight in the trailers and whatnot. So obviously that's from Sonic Heroes, but you have to do all the stories to get to that, as well as collect the Chaos Emeralds. So unless I can find, I'm running off an emulator, so unless I can find a save file for it, I might just have to like scrap that entirely, which kind of sucks. But at least I'll get a couple of the stages and the under my belt for this legacy that I want to do. So I'll do that, and then I'll cover a singular playthrough of Greased Hedgehog. And then, like I said, I'm going to show Shadow in his utmost glory in Project 06 for a campaign for his campaign, going through all of his levels. And that'll be a really good Shadow the Hedgehog legacy, I feel, before we get this crossover, or not crossover, but this new game, this apology letter for Shadow the Hedgehog, as we are fully diving into his past, and we are they're canonizing what most of the fan base, not only due to quality but due to the utmost contradicting story of Shadow being part of Black Doom, and Black Doom being part of Shadow and things of the like. They're throwing that in there and saying it's all canon, and they're going to explain it. So if we can get a proper story out of this with some good writing, I'm all ears. I'm excited. Uh, let's go, boys and girls. Shadow the Hedgehog. I am the ultimate life form. Okay, I know I'm not losing my mind. I know I heard that. You're not sentient, are you? You're lucky I'm only a head. Okay, so before I get murdered, where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? I'm gonna get to this legacy here. Thank y'all for watching. Good things to come on the channel. Mario Kart videos, legacy videos, Sonic X Shadow Generations coverage, Black Ops 6 multiplayer coverage, and wrapping up things on the channel. Christmas unboxing, of course. Possibly end of year videos, recapping things. Just lots of stuff. I just want to get content up on here. And a lot of things coming next year. So, thank y'all for watching. This has been Crazy Cube Dude with channel update, really. And I'll see y'all for the Sonic, or for, no, for the Shadow Generations legacy. Time to give this Black Devil his time in the shadows. Thank y'all for watching, my crazy comrades. Peace out, everybody.